Ooh, shit. What's good? I'm Son Alexander, and this is Laundry Day with NXXUP.
Slide through the liquor store, honey's hustling Henny till ain't no more. Got my check logic telling me save it all, but I'm about to spend it.
How do I stay motivated? I stay motivated by witnessing greatness in other people, honestly. I try my best to find proper influences, witness people that's going above and beyond their own normal circumstances, out their comfort zone to elevate themselves and elevate others around them. Because I know when I excel, whenever I do something, whenever I bring out the greatest in me, I automatically influence someone else to bring out the greatest in them. And it always feels better when I get the feedback too. That always keeps me going as well. So that's what keeps me motivated. Motivation keeps me motivated. If I could go back in time, where would I go? Just to witness it firsthand, I'd probably say the 60s. I know it wasn't a great time in this country for us, but it was a lot of activism, a lot of energy, a lot of inspirational people, the things that came out of that time. And it was a tumultuous time for us, a lot that we had to go through, but a lot of breakthroughs that were made as well. And I think it would be great to just see the decade that my folks was born, and just the breakthroughs that our people made in a very, very difficult time in this nation for us. Just to witness it firsthand, not necessarily to go back and kick it, just to maybe just be a part of that strength. What's the last thing you do before you go to sleep? Last thing I do before I go to sleep, depending on the night and what the day was like. As of late, I play a little bit of video games. I like adventure games, so I like to take things that take me out of this world, just to make me think a little bit freer, think a little bit differently, just to relax a little bit. But more usually than not, I like to listen to stories, listen to audiobooks, and just listen to things that can, if it's not taking me out of my current situation at the moment, or out of the world for a moment, it's something that's helping me think forward, think progressively, something that's going to when I wake up the next morning fresh on my brain, and it's going to help me propel through the next day. Ooh, shit. What is your most embarrassing moment? Most embarrassing moment, gotta stick with my high school story. I was at prom, senior year prom, high school. Certain songs come on and people like to circle up and make a circle for everybody to come in the middle and dancing. This was back when Wu-Tang With It was a very popular thing. It was kind of a new craze that people was on. So I thought I'd give it my chance, give my turn, jump in and wild out a little bit. So I make my way to the inner edge of the circle, and right when I'm about to get in there and show off my moves and bust a move real quick, somebody had the great idea to spill a cup of drink, and there was an ice cube on the floor, and I stepped on the ice cube, slipped, busted my ass in my all white suit, my daddy's suit really, but it was high school back in the day. We had to go to a certain guy to let fly, but busted my ass in my all white suit in the middle of prom, and I tried to slide up out of the circle, hoping nobody would see, but nah, everybody saw me. It was bad, but I survived. It's a funny story nowadays. What celebrity can you relate to the most? I would probably have to say more or less Kendrick Lamar. He's a big reason why I started writing poetry and rapping, because when I hear his music and I hear what he got to say over it and hear his story come through, even though we didn't come up the same way, even I see and hear and feel a lot of myself in his music, and his music inspires me to create and inspires me to motivate others to create and just grow and excel and being yourself. And I appreciate his humility. I try to stay as humble as possible, no pun intended. But I really feel like I connect with his message, and hearing his message helps me and motivates me to put my message out more, because I know the way his music inspires me and motivates me, it makes me feel like I can do the same thing with my own music to inspire somebody else. So definitely K-Dot. What is the first thing you would do as president? I'd have to say again, work on some immigration laws, because it ain't right what this country does towards people who are trying to come to this country to pursue a better life. And this country was built on immigration, some forced, some not forced, but this country was built on the work and the ideas of people who came from outside of this country. And I think it would be a better place if we eased up and made it easier for more people to come in and welcome more ideas, more people, more culture to come into the country, and that would be making this country great, in my opinion. So I would think the first thing I would do as president is make life a little bit better for people that's trying to come here to pursue a better life. Most definitely. What would you do if you were the last person on Earth? Honestly, if I was the last person on Earth, I'd go to all the places that I originally wouldn't be allowed to go to. Like, I'd slide up in the White House just to see what's going on in there. I'd visit, museums and anything I had to pay for. I'd go be the first one, only one in line, honestly. I don't do a lot of amusement park rides and theme parks and stuff, but I just go walk through the theme parks because ain't nobody gonna be there to charge me. I'd go crazy. I'd go everywhere I'm not supposed to go, or I wasn't allowed to go before, or that would have just been packed full of people and made it difficult to go through. I'd be on some stuff like that. I really had to just explore if I was gonna do anything, if I was the last person on Earth. What compliments do you get all the time? I get complimented on the way I dress, the clothing, the way I put myself together, the way I carry myself, my speech. I feel like I catch a lot of people off guard when they see me and they hear me and picture one thing, but then they see me and realize it's another. And I feel like I'm very good at putting myself together, carrying myself well. I know I inspire and motivate people to do the same. And I feel like I'm a good consultant too. I help people look their best, feel their best. So compliment I get most of the time is the way I dress, and I still feel like I gotta step things up in a certain kind of way. I still feel like I got aspects of my dress game that I could work on, but the way I dress, yeah. How do you relieve stress? It used to be the tree, it used to be that Mary Jane. I used to smoke daily, but then I realized, you indulge in a good thing too much, it don't become so good. So I've been eased off of the smoke for a little bit, and now meditation and extra sleep. I don't sleep well at night, so I typically try to get a nap in 30 minutes or so during the day, but I try to meditate first thing when I wake up. I try to meditate some point during the day, which usually leads to a nap, and I try to meditate right before I go to sleep or as I'm listening to something while I'm trying to go to sleep, because it eases my mind, it takes my mind off of things, and it helps me cope with just existence. Sometimes the world is crazy. Meat or veggies? I gotta say veggies, just because there are plant-based substitutions for meat that are much healthier. Then I'm not a vegan or anything. I still like a burger, still like my chicken wings every now and then, but I know that vegetables and all those things that are very healthier for you, they promote longevity, and if you gotta sacrifice a little bit of flavor to live a little bit longer, I don't think that's a bad trade-off. So I gotta say veggies, just because they can get plant-based products that taste like meat. You can't get no meat-based product that tastes like a vegetable. You wouldn't want to do that anyway, but you get what I'm saying. It only works one way. Red flags on the first date. A couple red flags on the first date. One of my red flags is someone expecting way too much from me, like walking in and then just immediately figuring, oh, he's the guy, he's gonna pay for everything. Now, I don't have a problem paying for everything. I don't mind it at all. But it turns me off when it's expected of me just because of my gender. Like, I get it. It's, the man's supposed to do this, woman's supposed to be this way, but it's 2020. And I done went on dates with girls that got more money than me, and I don't think I should be paying for everything if I'm struggling, you know what I'm saying? You're helping nigga out. But that's a red flag. And then just being too nosy, being too not really being able to hold general conversation, just being too prying too much, like you're trying to figure out what's wrong with me or if I got a problem, if I'm crazy, nigga. Like, no, I'm not none of that. Just, just vibe, be cool, be chill, be my friend first. I'd rather us connect on a mental level than you just immediately trying to judge me and figure out if I'm husband material. Because I might not be. I might not want you. You might just be like this, and it might be it. You know what I'm saying? So be cool with that. Appreciate my presence, because that's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm just gonna appreciate your presence. Somebody that can't appreciate that, I gotta move on. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for people who know how to appreciate simple things in life. People who know how to give off good vibes, good energy. People who promote people to be their best. People who are innovative. I'm grateful for just all the good people that I've come into contact with, I meet, and who inspire me to be a better person. You know, I don't really care too much for people that's really selfish and narcissistic and in their own ways and stubborn. I like people that are open-minded, and I'm grateful to be in the presence of, you know, dope people that inspire me to do dope things and that appreciate the things that I do because it motivates them to be dope as well. So I'm grateful for people, good vibes, good energy. My name is Son Alexander, and this has been Laundry Day with NXXUP. Yeah, y'all be great. Be blessed.
But I'm about to spend it. Time my boats, I get high and then buy my bourbon. Shine my Stacy's and step from behind the curtain. Cause we ain't go broke, bitch, we finna